In today's review, we have the 60th anniversary G.I. Joe Classified Action Soldier. I actually was able to find this one and another recon diver at a Target in store when I was up in Arkansas during my mountain biking trip. Here's the UPC if you need it. It was actually on the shelf, so I was stoked to actually find this in the store. And this one I was really looking forward to since I have the recon diver, and I was really pleased with the recon diver. I was excited to see how good this figure is going to be. So here's the insert, 64 to 24. Now, some people aren't a fan of these figures just because they call them plain, but they're based off the 60s. So here it is in the plastic. There's just tons of accessories. I think these were like, what, $34.99, so like a deluxe figure. But yeah, let me pull this out the plastic and then we'll take a better look.
G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
G.I. Joe attack!
Alright, here we go. So as you can see, Accessories City. I mean, this is crazy. Just quick look. I'm not digging this like ghillie suit looking thing, so we'll take this off. It's got like this hood here, which may be useful for a ninja figure or something later on, but not a fan of that, or this poncho ghillie suit. But it is a cool thing in general. It's like a poncho it's got, and they put like a pocket. So I don't know, I guess whatever. So I won't be using those. But this, I was wondering, because as I was unpacking this, I noticed all these pegs and got this like Centurions look. So Hasbro, keep this up, because now you're getting into the modularity of, if you remember the Gun Runners MTF figures are 1/18 scale. I'm not sure why they never got in 1/12 scale, but all this modularity of, I mean, they could have done that with this canteen and stuff too. But anyways, this just looks, I mean, the figure just feels awesome, looks awesome. I know some people say, oh, it's generic. Well, it's based off the 60s. The 60s were generic names. We didn't get codenames until Real American Hero. And then, you know, this is good competition or filler in with Action Force Valiverse figures, and we'll take a look at that later on. But man, I'm just digging it. I don't like these arms. I may have to do something with these arms, but arms feel like they're bowed out and not real good movement there. But overall, I'm just digging the look of the camo pattern, just a very modernized looking figure. But let's jump into accessories here. So came with a stand. I don't use these because they're just so big. If you know me, I got these smaller Amazon, but they threw in that, so that's cool. And then we got this big old bipod for this big old gun. And you've got the belt fed ammo here. So I mean, that's just, you know, some roadblock type stuff right there. So that's just awesome. So you got that going on. And then you got this big old machine gun, again, like a roadblock type gun, or it's a saw. Oh, you could use this. Maybe they're gonna reuse this for a saw viper. So this looks like it could be a saw viper weapon for sure. So that's looking good with the big old ammo clip, ammo barrel there. And then I just thought this rifle looked really good. It's got an adjustable handle here up front, which is the first I've noticed on the weapons. But that's a really cool. Oh, and the mag is removable, like Action Force. That's really detailed. This is an awesome looking weapon. And then you can always repaint it. I mean, they look kind of generic. They're all painted the same color, but This is an awesome rifle right here. Like a little submachine gun type thing. Then, so he's got like a bandana, handkerchief type thing. I wouldn't use it, but got that. And then he's got a helmet that I probably won't use, but he's got the helmet. They didn't do the goggles like Action Force, and don't really, I guess you might be able to use Action. I don't think it'd fit because they didn't make the hole deep enough there, but he's got the helmet. I don't really care for the helmet, but that's cool. Little straps there. And then this looks like a flare gun, probably. And then he's got pistol. Looks like an extended mag in there, or a mag. Doesn't come out, but and so he's got a sidearm holster. And they gave him an extra set of hands. Not really sure why. If they're supposed to be like a different. Oh, those are for the alternate head, I'm guessing, to match his skin tone. And then you got dog tags, which I want to say the original 60s one had dog tags. It's probably owed back to that. So you're going to take the head sculpt off to get the dog tags on. But I'm pretty sure the original OG 60s had the dog tags. And he's got this big old rucksack here. I don't call it backpack. It's like a big old ruck. So you could fit. It's got these side pegs. You can fit your. Maybe not. It's not that one. That doesn't have. Yeah, it's not fitting any of that. Oh, something goes on there. It's not fitting the weapons real well like they typically do. But anyway, it's a big old ruck. And then all these you can mix and match as you wanted. It's got the peg holes here. So wherever you want to put these different packs, it's totally modular here. Kind of loose, but all these different pouches, however you wanted to put them on, I guess. But it doesn't seem like this. Say this arm. But anyway, so you got essentially 5 different pouches you can load up on them. And then this walkie-talkie. And then the figure itself. This holster keeps coming loose. There we go. Get that in place there. So here's the figure himself. So the articulation. Got the boots, got good leg movement there, and the foot, and ankle. Got lower leg movement there. Double jointed knees, typical. Upper leg movement there. Not sure what this pouch is for here. You got your sidearm holster. And then typical leg movement. The legs seem more fluid in this figure, like they did something better with the waist maybe. And slight left right can't do up down just because the way the vest is in the way, but you can see it's got it built, but you're not going to get much up down because the vest, but you got some slight left right. And there is wrist articulation there. Hands are swappable. Then, okay, got some sort of logo here. Got the US flag. I'm not sure it's supposed to be like another patch here. Also just like a down arrow there, but anyway. And then he looks a lot like Beachhead with this little collar. Doesn't have your typical BDU collar. And then we got double jointed elbows, upper arm movement here. Butterfly isn't too good, so I'm assuming you could probably, this vest, oh, this vest you could actually heat up and take off if you wanted. If you didn't like this vest, you could probably swap it with a Action Force vest. And then this belt, you got a hole right here, you could add something modular there and right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, so you got 4, potentially 6 holes on your vest for modular stuff, and then 2 on the waist belt. But you can take this waist belt off too if you heat it up and you want to swap with something from Action Force or whoever else is making parts, 3D printed, whatnot. But yeah, the biggest thing I can say is these arms. Maybe if I can get it 9 degrees and rotate, but it feels very like angled. It's not sitting real good to the sides. So, and then this butterfly is not that great. So maybe if you popped off and you cut it out a little bit, maybe. Or like on Marvel Legends, you can pop the arm off and snip there's a long peg, you snip that and that'll help. So I don't know, we'll see. Head movement's fine because the vest isn't in the way. Up, down. Back is a little restricted. Can't really look up that well, but down, left, right, that's all good. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this figure. I'm more impressed with the Recon Diver, but this is a good infantry grunt type green shirt that we can have for Joe's if you wanted to army build, because we really don't have that in Joe's like we do in Cobra Forces. But put them down and take a different angle look at them.
Boom! G.I. Joe takes the hill! Bam, bam! Horrific battle!
Terrific equipment to have a battle with. When you get
Alright, here he goes, all geared up. These holes didn't work that great on the modular components. Like, all the stuff is about ready just to fall off, but works. Rucksack is huge, but a lot of accessories. And then the feet, they did different than usual. Fits on here, but they did like these hexagon holes instead of your typical circular holes. So I have to fight to get it in here. These holes seem to be, these pegs are a little skinnier than the ones on the Amazon stand. And that's the first figure I've recall seeing like that. But yeah, so that was interesting change. I don't know why they had to do that. But if you take this one next to an Action Force, fits in great. So I don't know if Hasbro took some cues from Action Force because these side holsters are similar. And then the head sculpts kind of similar. But Hasbro, you know, took the bandana, which Action Force has been using. The vest Now, Action Force isn't modular pieces, but that's what they're missing a knife on this guy. But you can see they've got a harness over here. Action Force has mags, and they did a walkie. Action Force, it's not removable, but got the walkie with the vest. So it's a really good concept with the modularity with these different holes here. So we'll see if Hasbro keeps that up in the future. But let's see, the figure size up well. Well, this stands a tad bit taller, but you get the general gist. I mean, this figure really meshes in well with the Action Force, because Bobby Valerie focused on that more modernized look. And it's just these arms are, you can see they don't sit as well as the other figures. And if we look at a Marvel Legends, again, matches up with Marvel Legends, Black Series, etc. So you can cross your worlds if you want to. I know some people don't like to, but I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do with my figures and display. But yeah, guys, there we go with the Action Soldier. I'm impressed, but I'm not as impressed with the Recon Diver. The Recon Diver, I was more impressed. I'm impressed with all the accessories the Action Soldier comes with, but the body really feels kind of tight. I mean, I probably heat it up with a heat gun to make the joints better, but I'm definitely more impressed with the Recon Diver. But overall, this is a solid figure, good troop builder. Definitely recommend if you want to add some plain soldiers to your ranks. But if you're one of those hardcore that just want a real American hero codenamed, and stay away from this. But if you don't care, definitely suggest grabbing 35 bucks. Yeah, it's a bit steep, but all the accessories that comes with it definitely makes it worth it. And you could repaint and reuse those accessories for other figures that you're not using with this one. But yeah, I dig it. Like, comment, subscribe. JJ out.